and you won't see like this insane clearance price, but you know that I love presenting jewelry, and you know that I love presenting frugal, gorgeous pieces. In other words, those of us who like the finer things, but don't want to wake up the next morning and go, oh, I really shouldn't have done that. Let me introduce you to this genuine gemstone bracelet that, as gifts go, is super easy because it's adjustable. We'll show you that in a bit. This bracelet used to be $92. In fact, when it debuted, it wasn't much less than that. And for all the stones that you are getting, especially in some in particular that we're used to seeing at far higher price tags, $92 is still a really good deal. It is clearance price now for $49.96. That is fashion jewelry price tag. But for sterling silver and for genuine gemstones, in fact, a lot of you are going to look at this and wonder why we didn't mention the diamonds. All right, there are no diamonds, but it looks like there are. We'll explain. It has an easy pay of $8.33, so it's now $42 off. Jeff Mosley is back, our gemstone expert, and he has a feast for the eyes to help you out with today. So Jeff, let's help our gals decide which one or ones are going to be good for her.
Absolutely, because they do layer nicely together.
Yes, they do.
So we'll start from one side and move our way down. Where do you want to start? With the beautiful coral. So this is your red coral. It almost has a kind of an orangey red color to it on the screen, but it is actually a true red coral. The next one there, we've got beautiful black onyx, and then, yes, that is turquoise.
Wow,
and that rivals some of the best
$50.
color turquoise out there, right? Huh. How about lapis that actually has the little flakes you love in it, that has the natural golden flakes inside of it, right? And then, of course, everybody's favorite, and the first one to go, at least it was last year as a today's special value, is this Ethiopian opal. It's the newest opal discovery in the world. Look at the colors in those opals, all natural.
So your opal and your onyx are the two that are likely will leave us very soon. They are the most limited. And so, yeah, as you were kind of going through, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I get that many clean turquoise. Wow, I can't. We don't present a whole lot of coral for how difficult it is to source.
Right.
And we have that as well. But gosh, it's not even just the selection that you give me, it's the presentation of them.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that, once again, it's a giftable item, meaning that it doesn't matter what size your wrist is or your friend's wrist is. You don't have to sneak around and measure their jewelry.
How would you do that? Yeah. So you see how there's this bead right here. And for those who already get it, like you understand, but this is lined in silicone. So it's very secure right now. I really do have to give it a tug to drag that down. And that aids me just in putting it on and off, for one. But then once I have it on, I hold that down. Everybody has their own method, but I hold it down with my finger and then I slide this back up and I make that more secure. So I can have it be a little bit looser or I can make it a little bit tighter. So if you have a small wrist like me, you can make it as snug as you like. And if you have an 8 1/4 inch wrist, you can make it as loose as you like as well. And you'll notice as I adjust it that each of those segments, the portions in the bracelet, move. So this isn't something that's very rigid. Every single segment of it that is wrapped in sterling silver, which is diamond cut, and hence the sparkle, they move with your
and again, this confused everybody at first. When everybody started seeing this last year, they were like, oh my gosh, it's this price, look at the diamonds. But if you look closely, they're not diamonds, it's the diamond cutting. It's basically a circular shape that they cut a starburst in, like the flashes of light were cut into it. And then each one, as Jen mentions, are individually hinged. It's a work of art, really, truly. From the side profile as well, you'll see it's got that almost that princess type, tiara type feel to it, like a crown, right? It's a gorgeous design. It was super fashionable and super hot at all the big shows this past year.
Misha, I just have to show you the opal because the other ones are opaques, and this one you get a little bit of light casting through. So you see pinks and greens and blues, and they all look like crystal balls. They're going to tell me my future in 2020. And look at how it's almost like, I mean, it isn't, but it almost looks like tension set, where each one of those sterling silver bands is kind of clenched onto that stone. And that way I can see all the way around. Look at it even from the side and the detail in the sterling silver. I mean, this, like you said, work of art earlier. I'm 100% with you. This is not a $50 bracelet.
And Jen mentioned earlier how the little clasp works. It'll be a little bit tight when you first get it. It's meant to be.
Meant to be.
As you work it a few times, you'll see that it's going to loosen up a little bit, but it'll never loosen up to the point where it's not going to feel safe to wear.
It's an $8 easy pay. Again, I always feel like I'm telling two stories in these shows at this time of year. The name of the show is Jewelry Gifts. And so if you go, gosh, my mom loves jewelry. I don't really know what to get her, though. She's going to be taken aback by this. She doesn't have anything like it. And you only spend $8 a month. That's one story. The other is the treat for yourself. And if you're used to fashion jewelry, as in the ones that kind of turn or tarnish or fall apart after a couple of years, being $50, why don't we stop that cycle and start investing in, which usually comes with a high price tag, fine jewelry and genuine gemstones, but it's an investment that pays you back the first time you wear it. All right, we have 800 orders, 200 remain in the onyx, 2 dozen, you were right, Jeff, in the opal. Then we have the lapis, the turquoise, and the coral. J354972. It's $42 off. Ooh, Jeff, looking forward to, oh, it's next, yay. All right, looking forward to 5